That's awesome.
Okay. Cool. Next question. Yeah, they're really nice.
Mm-hmm.
What challenges have you faced that made you guys want to call it quits? Let me start. If you can remember, I mentioned in a few questions back that there's one thing that Robert did in the beginning of the relationship that
okay, sawa. Many say.
But I wanted to leave. I was so done. Wacha kusema story yangu, please. That was still in the beginning. Anyway, we had moved in together. And guess what? We didn't have food in the house. And then this guy decides to buy a 32-inch TV. Who does that? Then ameleta TV hadi kwa nyumba. Jioni tunafaa kupika, ananiambia ati mimi imagine sina pesa. Who are you? What's wrong with you?
But sasa
akaanza wait, sijamaliza.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Anaanza kuniambia ati enda ununue ile mafuta ya yellow. Ile mafuta ya yellow yenye unapikanga nayo, alafu unakula kama ya mtura, inakukashika hivi. Ukikula ati enda ununue hiyo, sijui skuma, I was so done. Niliambia Robert mimi nataka kurudi kwetu. I am done.
It was just only for one night.
It doesn't matter.
The next day we
still
this thing.
chose a TV over food.
Mimi nakuja nimetoka tu nje ya nyumba kidogo, nakuja napata msichana wa nyana.
I was done.
To be honest, it was funny at that point. But because this is what to me trade off kutoka makwetu kukuja kufanya. I felt like laughing, but ningecheka hiyo siku kwa ningeachwa. What has made me really think? Imagine I don't think I have. For me, I don't think I have. I think I'm really a really mellow guy. Really a really chill and mellow guy. And I don't think kuna hiyo situation yenye imenifikia hapo. Because for me, when I made the decision of bus, it's so. I made the decision. Hakuna exit plan.
Hakuna kitu nishaifanya uko like, udem, I'm done with her. I want to go. Nataka kurudi kwetu utawala.
No. Imagine sikumbuki. Nikikumbuka ndeka kwa comments.
As you can see, unlike other people who decide to buy TVs over food.
Only watch.
Anyway.
Onge watch. Aya. Anyway. Aya, sawa. What brings you peace when you are anxious?
Start.
You don't have to tell me to start because I know. But anyway, I rarely get angry. I do, but I rarely do. When I do, it takes me even weeks or something. But mostly whenever I don't get a job, maybe I get pissed off or something, I normally try to call Sue because I always feel like really talking to her gives me like perspective and calms me down and gives me less anxiety because I feel like we've actually built a system around each other. So that's me. As in, I think what really calms me down and gives me less anxiety is that. Another one, which is just this is not really gives me less anxiety, kind of just fades me off from whatever I'm thinking, is music. I enjoy music, so I really invest in music for me. So that's another thing. Yeah.
You haven't told them you have playlists that they can.
Nah, man. If you know me, you know I got playlists, man. I look like someone who can hook you up with good playlists.
Wow.
See, Suzy kusikiza ngoma moja on repeat. I
think I'm actually going to just reiterate what you've just said.
God damn.
I feel like you're my safe space. You calm me down when I'm anxious or something is going on. Just thinking of, even before I call you, thinking of like Robert is there really settles me and allows me to just know I have this someone who will listen to me and will just know what to tell me at that point, either to just tell me please rant, or will just listen and be like, okay, I hear you, I understand you. So yeah, I think I've just said the same thing, but basically that's it. Next question.
Na mwalimu wao aliweza. Mwalimu wenyewe wa Wanjiko wa English. It's right. What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is Liagas. Even though you hated me. Hey, that's a story for another day. Anyway.
Madam Tiagas.
Yes. So what do you love or hate most about each other? Let's start with the love. What do you love most?
I think to me answer some similar question.
Okay, let's say Basi, what do you hate about me? Because
it's always your cold feet, man.
Hate?
Yes.
You hate it.
Cold feet, man. When it come a duck billed platypus.
Sour.
Sour.
What I hate so much about Robert.
On to the next question.
Is the fact that mukikula kitu, let's assume it's even a cookie.
Wow.
Robert will look for the crumbs and nibble. Anaziokota hata ikianguka chini, anaiokota ati anataka kukula. I'm like, suta okota ducha.
Leave no stone unturned.
What is that even?
We eat. Leave no stone unturned. This is a question for the missus.
Okay.
Imeandikwa hivyo. To the missus. Where did Sue, okay, Janiko, where did Sue learn how to cook? Her food is to die for. You know, mina de dingi.
Every day, I kill him with good food. Anyway, thank you. That really warms my heart. I actually didn't really learn how to cook, but I can just say I got basic training. I learned home science in high school.
She basic.
I'm not basic. You know my food is not basic. Anyway, I learned home science in school, and then afterwards, I really thank my mom. She was supportive. Every time I would come from school, she'd be like, "Leo umesoma nini? Unataka nini? Ananiambia enda ununue." Then we come and I try and recreate, and they were very happy. Even up to today, they call me Pishi Poa. So anyway, whoever said that, please come over. Takupikia more food. Yeah. Naangaliwa na wivu.
Alienda job hoteli. Vitu kama hizo shares are
I was a waitress.
You get, as in.
By the way, speaking of
stop it. Hapa hujakuja kujipox.
I have chili that I'm selling. Please reach out. Thank you.
Stop it. Chili that I'm selling. Hii inakaa page yako ya Instagram. Anyway, let me ask. How do you keep the fire burning in your relationship?
You want to start?
Fire. Anyway, by never stopping. Never stopping. Let me just say that. Let me put it in a small box and say never stopping, in the sense that anything you did when you were young, kama mlikuwa mnafanya sports, stuff kama hizo, things that really brought you guys together. If you have that chance, because at that time it's independent, if you have that chance, do those things. Try go hiking, go ride bikes, try swimming pool, as much as one half cannot swim, that side cannot swim, others drown but can swim. You get, there's different things, but you guys do these things together. Travel, as in, to me, the fire to me is actually just being able to communicate to Susan in an open and honest way. Nimeenda na friends for drinks. Nimeenda na friends for drinks. Niko hapa na hapa. So, unaona, something might happen, something can happen, but Sue knows where I am. So, like Rob amekunywa sana, amedoze hapo chini. Sue knows where I am. Unaget? That kind of honesty is what I want. I wanted, and that to me is actually the best thing I can ever get. But sikunywangi hivyo.
I feel for me is keeping the inner child alive. Let me explain. When I met Robert, he always asks me, Susie, have you ever done this thing? And I'm like, no. Have you ever done this thing? No. So he always wants to keep that child alive. You see those things you wanted to do when you were a child, sijui enda trip Mamba Village, sijui unaenda trip Animal Orphanage. Those, they may seem like they're childlike activities, but they really bring out the adult child in you. So keeping those things going and learning obviously from each other. If you love partying and I love hiking, like complementing each other. Yeah.
I love dancing. Someone tries. After you start to watch me
but
TikTok challenge. Wow.
Any advice to a couple who's looking to start a creative project together? Let me just dive right in. I feel for a couple who's looking to start any project, it doesn't matter if it's creative or not, should obviously have an understanding of each other. Just know Robert likes things done this way, Susan likes things done this way, and come to an agreement, because obviously you're two, like us, we are two creatives. So if we don't have an understanding, we will clash. You will actually see it, that Robert wants yellow, Susan wants orange, and you will actually see the resistance. So try and understand each other and come to a common ground. Yeah.
And that's true, especially like our previous week. I can give several examples. Like we've had previous projects that tumekuwa nafanya, maybe artworks, stuff kama hizo, and at times I have to understand that Susan's perspective is good in color, Robert's perspective is meticulous. So there are times when nikipea Su projects akisiko ubaya, I have to go back and check them. It's not that Su hasn't done a good job, it's just that that's me, as in lazima niko sure nayo. And when it comes to her colors has to be really, really good. And you also have to understand, by the way, when it comes to creative projects, you have to understand, is it our project? Is it her project I'm helping her in? Is it my project you're helping me in? Those are the things, because like her chili business, it's her project, I'm helping her in. I do not overstep just because that she's my wife. No, she is, but she has her own things.
Yeah.
So kind of, you have to understand that there are always places to stop and let be, and there are places that unaweza dive in outside there. So that's what I think about that. And I've been handed the next question. Kama msichana kona haraka tumalize, but anyway, how did you meet me, Nyanko?
The true version that I know, that is my version or your version. So in short, let me just say it as it is.
Wacha aanze alafu nimkatize kawaida kwa sababu hiyo story inavanga fabric.
So this is what happened. We were in the same college before.
Please before go on, and do not take pressure from dead people, from the society, to give the story the way we want society.
Anyway, we were in the same college, and myself, I was running out of time. Like we had a project the next day. It was Gioni, actually around 5, 6.
After classes, yeah.
Yes, and everyone had gone home, but I was like, guy, if I go home with this thing, najua kesho sitakuwa nimefanya. So I spot a guy at the class, uko mwisho, ameka earphones. Nikole kumjamaa anakaa anafanya kazi poa, anachora vizuri. Let me just use him. Alikuwa utasema hiyo part.
Okay.
Let me just use him for now, for him to draw whatever I need him to draw, because it was very intricate, and he's very attention to detail. Nikaenda nikama approach to nikamwambia wewe ni aje, and he was like, sorry, what who are you talking to like that? Anyway, I was very respectful. Nikamwambia hi, how are you? Nikamwambia my problem, and he was like, oh, yeah, it's okay, let me help you. Robert is always willing to help me. So yeah.
That's not you. I help everybody.
That's but I didn't like his boots. Yeah, just say the story. Say your version.
Version 1. X.
The true version.
The bad version. So my real version was actually I think ilikuwa after classes she was right about that. That's the only thing she was right about. Like after classes. And ilikuwa na like good boots. Hizo days sikuwa na Doc Martens but ilikuwa boots zimefika hapa nimetunga. Nilikuwa na jeans black kama hii. Tisho ingine hapa black imeshika alafu nilikuwa nimeka goro ingine hapa kwa meno. And it was like the back bench kind of thing. Watu wa back bench tulikuwa watu creative, watu wakali. And then there was Kinasu, the wanaitanga nini? Watu wa clique huko mbele wamekaa huko mbele always laughing in class. And I didn't know her actually because your class ilikuwa packed. Your class ilikuwa packed but walikuwa na another chick walikuwa huko mbele like doing the project. We're in the same class, we're doing the same project. But mimi nilikuwa nishamaliza because I was always so keen when nilingia diploma I was so keen on kumalizana na. So I was actually drawing a good picture ya Rihanna on canvas embossed. Yes, na waliiba. Kuna mtu aliiba hiyo picha hata nashuku huyu msichana. Because your time atakuwa anajuana. But I do not care at this point. But what happened was I think she had it looked like a book we were drawing and painting, and so was really good in colors, but she wasn't anywhere close in sketching. So aka come towards me. I was actually I couldn't hear whatever alikuwa anasema but akakuja. I was like, maybe anaenda mtu mwingine because me I didn't like talking much. I was just concentrating on my studies. Then akakama kaniambia ni kama naweza msaidia. So nikatoa earphones kama sasa unachora poa nini niko na shida nataka unisaidie kuchora. Nikamwambia why not, actually he drawing, I'm done for the day. So tukakaa kiasi nikamsaidia kumaliza karudi kwa pesa yake. So imagine we never talked after that for like 2 weeks or something, as in we weren't really that much of close friends. And then kuna day fulani sijui don't know hata ulikuwa unaenda paje unaenda towards side ya Umo. I think alikuwa ameenda kupanda mata in the tower, and that day was the day as in sasa tukaanza kuongea. But how we met was Susan was just an artist, no, was a lady in an artist school and she couldn't draw. That's how we ended up meeting. Yeah,
Lies, we'll come back with evidence.
Yes. Goni Santa. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
So I picked the other question. And how did your parents react to meeting your significant other? Hebu niambie yako, because you know uko na udaku ya watu wako wenyewe. Niambie. Niambie. Mnasema nini nje ya tent, nyuma ya tent zenye ziko?
No, nothing really. Me, one thing I was certain about is I was certain about you. And by that I mean, I have never in my life ever told my mom or my dad, actually my parents or even my siblings, that I have a boyfriend. Okay, they knew, but I have never introduced them to anyone except Robert. So he was the first and the last, basically. So I just went and told my mom, oh, I have this friend.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Friend who I would like you to meet, nini. Yeah, and it's graduation, I think we all meet, right?
Yeah, graduation.
And it was just seamless.
For me, I was kind of, my dad wasn't really keen on meeting Sue because my dad wanted me to be sure that sijaenda shule kucheza. It's just in it that I'm sure about. I know my dad really trusts me in so many things. Even me choosing my own school, my dad really trusted me on that. I did my certificate and I was like, now I want to do a diploma, and my dad was like, sure my guy. But sasa alikuwa anataka nikuwe sure that ni aka kachika. So mwana didn't bring a point. So yeah, and when we met, he was like, cool, she's an easy person, mnaenda graduation party now, it's okay, you get. And
I love how easy your dad is. Like, you know what? This life is for the living. Yeah. Do what makes you happy.
My dad is very, very, very calm. Especially like unakuja na su, and he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
You've read two questions.
Tuko pamoja basi.
You've read 2 questions back to back. Wacha nisome 2 questions.
Back to back, I'm a Backstreet Boys. Bye.
I think this question you've already answered. It's just framed differently, but tumejibu.
Yeah. Scrap that. So me ndo nafanya the last question after you. Oh my! How did you mix things up?
Next question. What's your favorite thing about each other? What's your favorite thing about me?
Your watch. I'm just kidding. My most favorite... there's one thing I always say now. Unanichukulianga mzaha.
Kiswahili mzaha.
Umepigwa pale. Anyway.
Okay.
Your smile. There's one thing. Sisa yeye umevunjika meno na zaya kamzai. Skia. For me,
I have all 32 teeth intact.
Just to say.
Yeah.
There's one they were really, when we started dating, this is the time I come to notice, because when we started dating, I was actually interested in you as a person.
Oh, right now you're not.
It's complicated.
Oh.
It's complicated.
What?
But for me, that time, there was a time you really smiled at me and I was like, this lady, I can't do anything.
Because of the smile?
Yeah, it was genuine. You know, there's really genuine smiling.
So, I have a question. Saini katika hivi lips, utanipende anymore? My smile will be just teeth. No, let me say something favorite about you.
That's my favorite thing. And then another thing is always how, as I always say, anybody akiniuliza, this is me, how you support me and how you are really accommodative of everything. My friends, kama kurukaruka every day na nguvu yake yote, my friends, Eli,
Kamau, karaoke.
Wow.
You know yourself.
Okay. So, yeah, accommodating my friends. To me, my friends have always been everything for me. You accommodated them, Kitambo, Adisai, and also how you really support me. That's everything in my life.
Okay. For me is I really...
My clean shave. Okay.
I really love how you love me. Like, Robert, I have not... Let me just declare this. But please, usilie. You are one of the people who I've met in this life who is genuine. Like, if you say, I will do this for you, you genuinely mean it. And you don't just say it at nataka. Like, you want something out of it. No. You say things because you genuinely feel them and because you genuinely care. And I love that.
Oh.
Thank you.
I will cry.
Yeah.
So that's the only favorite thing about me?
It's not, but it's my best.
Ndevu,
okay, ndevu zako zinakapoa.
Peleka huko fabricated. Anyway, we are on to the last question.
Oh, last but not least.
Last but not least. Is there any decision you feel guilty about making in your life that affected the relationship? God damn, that's a nice question to end this with.
Yeah, tell us. Please mention what you did.
Yeah, TV.
Yeah.
I do not take it back. I do not take it back. I really enjoyed that.
Hiyo kitu ya TV.
I really enjoyed that. Kwanza hiyo time nilikuwa najua kupirate ma movie. God damn it.
We were watching like 10 movies a day. Ooh.
Netflix imekam
I know.
Could make things easy at the same time, kind of make them hard. But anyway, again, is there any decision you feel guilty about making in your life that affected the relationship? I feel like for me, siko sure kama ni that I made the decision or that I didn't make the decision. I didn't make the decision to really go through marrying you earlier. That's one thing I would say, because I think that I held out and to make a lot of time out here. I know you understand every situation that we're in, but what I think is, I didn't want to lose you. And I felt like, what I always feel like, if ukiingia marriage, everything now becomes not real, but super different than when you are in a relationship. Yes, in a cartoon, wedding, to invite mtu na makaratasi, but it really makes it different, kabisa. And to me, I've lost someone close to me that I cannot afford to lose soon. That's what I've always thought. But that's one major decision that I actually felt like I feel guilty about every time. So I can ask you the question so that you fikirie zaidi. Is there any decision you feel guilty about making in your life that affected the relationship? Useme kutoboa mapua.
Kwani ili affect?
Nilishika kichwa. Never mind.
So, waambie najua nataka kushare. Tell them. I don't think there's anything I regret, honestly. Have I ever told you I've regretted anything? It's Popoya TV.
Hadi amechange sauti. I don't know. No, it's maybe I don't think there's any major thing as in kama you should mention to me. So maybe if you have anything.
No, I don't think I have any regret. Yeah.
Maybe me ndo sija kusomea swali vizuri. Let me get back to it. Let me just ask.
Maybe I think I know.
Guilty, not regret. Nobody asking about.
I think
is there
I'm
any decision
guilty.
you feel guilty about making in your life that affected the relationship? It's not about regret.
Yeah. I think
I
feel guilty that I didn't, but this is not even related to the relationship. So I don't think this. I've remembered something. I regret texting you. Okay, let me give this backstory. I feel guilty about this. There was once when I was still back at home, I found this guy that wanted to be a client of ours. So he wanted like hand-drawn caricatures on paper, and then he would animate them. I don't know how. So we were tasked to do the caricatures. So Robert being the main man, we had like a group. We used to communicate, that guy, myself and Robert. But there was one day, I don't know what I did. No, it was you.
You do not blame me.
I don't know what Robert did, and that guy was furious. Ako like, mwambie nini. So by then nikiambia Robert, kumbe na text mjamana sijui. So niko like, instead of texting Robert, I'm like, mjamana jifanya ngaji, anakuanga na mtiaji nini. Kumbe everything went back to him. He was so mad. By the way, he was a good client. That's one thing I regret, because alikuwa willing. I think alikuwa natulipa how much, 200 per paper moja ya hiyo caricature. And he wanted
tulifanya 8 papers pekee, tulipata 8 Gs. At that time 8 Gs was
yes. He was paying good money. So that's one thing I really feel guilty doing. Nilikuwa hapo tu na mtext niko like mjawa mbona anajifanyanga hivi nini. But anyway, I think
the text that came back is you guys be professional.
We were young and stupid, but we live and we learn.
Moral of the day, be professional.
Yep.
Thank you for the questions, guys. We really enjoyed it. We answered all your questions. If you have any other question that you want to see Subak answering by herself, hit us up in the comments.
Yeah.
Share this video.
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It was real. Cheers.
Yeah, it was real.
Ah, yeah. Cheers.
Bye.
Okay.